Hello everyone, Myrmonden here. Welcome to my review of Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens episode 8. And I find it a really good episode. It isn't a 10 out of 10, but like a 9 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed it. It was a little slow in the beginning, the end. Sorry, in the beginning, the end. But I think it was a great episode all across the episode. And one thing that I really like this episode, and that's why I call it like a very well written anime, is that it really like connected so much like random stuff last week to this episode, which I really enjoyed. So for example, the wig that the re-adventure kind of, the hairdresser dad, right, with his daughter there, her play got cancelled, right? And I joked about it last week. I was like, I hope he's gonna go and kill her, like her classmate's mother, because she was like canceling the play. I was like, hopefully he will get that revenge for that, but he didn't. But so that scene felt like whatever, yeah, because that didn't happen. But the wig was used by Lin-chan right here to look like Mushroom Head, right, to Enakido. So that's a great way to like, okay, it's like a random joke with that thing, and they actually made like important later on because he got that wig right in Enakido as like a spoofy young, like here's Mushroom, yeah, in the last episode, and he kept it, and actually that was like, oh yeah, they actually really made a lot of important for the story. So that was really just a great detail. And then the other thing with like Lin-chan and Enakido fighting about the height. And of course, Lin-chan said, I'm taller, because you have, high heels and you do trap, blah blah blah, and so on, right there. And I was like, yeah, and that was really funny. I think that was a really funny part last week here, when they were trying to both reach the camera and then see, of course, Banba, like, what are you doing, kids? And I was like, I am much taller than you, both of you, short people. And that as well felt like, oh yeah, it's played for laughs, reference to, cross-dressing, whatever. So yeah, and it's fun. But that also was important for the storyline, because he was like, oh, and I knew that Lin-chan is my height, so he could take my place. It's like, it really built up the whole story. This I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed that. And then other characters, right, that has been previously in the anime, for example, the Yamato, the mugger guy, and kind of the pickpocket master. We know that he tried to pickpocket Lin-chan, right? And she was like, oh my god, you perv. And the guy goes, ass, yeah. Beats him up, right, and so on. And then Lin-chan got beaten up by the torturer, yeah. It was like, yeah, but the whole kind of episode 1 and 2 and so on, right? So he gets back in the storyline. It's like, well, we need a guy that good at stealing stuff. And the baseball terms, right? It's like, oh, he stole first base. Like, he never steals a base. He's horrible at baseball. He can only steal people's pockets. Oh yeah, so I like everything that's combining to like the friendship, to their baseball team, right, and so on. So it's a great episode. Yeah, I think in a lot of details. A very detailed episode. So I really liked it. Definitely. One thing though, which I wouldn't say necessarily bad though, but it's very clear, of course, that they're not gonna fail. It's very clear that, okay, so here Enakido is getting beaten up by this boxer guy, which probably isn't him, or he's gonna kill him somehow, but it probably isn't him, right? Like, you kind of know because they've done the switcheroo like 3-4 times already, so you're like, it's probably Lin-chan, maybe someone else, but probably Lin-chan based on kind of the blonde and so on, yeah. So you kind of know that it's gonna be something like that, but it still is really enjoyable. But sure, I think that's one of the only real flaws, is that you really don't feel like someone's gonna die, right? I mean, this could be an anime where the characters die, but not in this current anime. In fact, let's say the anime is 50 more episodes. Then I can start seeing people getting killed at episode 30 plus, so yeah. It really doesn't feel like someone of the characters here is gonna get, eliminated, so to speak, from the anime at this stage. Not at all. So that is a big... I don't think it's a big flaw, because it is what it is. It's kind of hard. It's like if you do any kind of this like plot, crime, whatever movies as well, right? You kind of know that, well, maybe a few of the characters that do this crime, we are like, as a viewer, we like the criminal for whatever reason, but yeah, we follow the criminals, they're the protagonists, but we know they're very unlikely to die in the beginning, right? It's like, I watched that movie not too long ago. It's like Baby Driver, probably? Baby Driver? About a guy that drives like a getaway car, right? And he's deaf in one ear and so on. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, generally, you kind of know that, and no one's probably gonna die in the first hour or so, but after, I think the movie's like probably 1 hour and like 40 minutes or so, and after like an hour, maybe a little more, yeah, maybe someone's gonna die. It's typical, I mean, I don't want to spoil, but very minor spoiler here. I mean, it's very typical. They do crimes, right? and you know they're gonna do like maybe let's say 5 heists in the movie in total, and you probably figure out that heist 1 to 3, no one's gonna die. Heist 4, maybe. Heist 5, maybe everyone, maybe the main character. Yeah, like that's kind of how you feel, right? I'll say what's happening here. I would say like generally it's quite obvious in that movie, and it's very because all of most of that they don't die in the first 2 or 3 heists. If it's like several heist movie. If there's one major heist, like Ocean 11 and so on, whatever, so they do one massive heist, then it's more like, well, no one is gonna die or so on in the beginning of the heist. Maybe they die in the end stage. That's more like phases, right? It's like a 5-phase heist, and someone maybe get killed like in phase 4 or 5. Likewise, right? So that is a little problematic though this episode, because you know there's no way they're gonna die. I mean, this is like stage 2, I would say. Yeah, like stage 2 out of 5, and there's no chance no one's gonna die. Right? So it's a little bummer in that sense. Because there's no real tension, I guess, as a viewer. It's mainly laughing at it. But I still liked it. But I think it's really enjoyable. But I know I read some comment, people like, "Oh, come on, of course they won't die." Yeah, and then I agree. So it's a little special relief. They have to just kind of more enjoy how they do it. And I actually kind of like the whole thing, even the bottom thing. I thought it was kind of obvious, but it's like, yeah, of course it's gonna bot, automate or malware use whatever. But of course, it's gonna automate his PC, right, his laptop, to do it for him. One of those plays. Of course, the other guys gonna like turn off the lights, and I mean they had a lot of place there, and Fitzgerald and it had everything that you should see in these movies. But I liked it. I think it had it felt a really good episode. And as I say though, but I think I say it again here, is mainly on the well written of the details. It's very well written of the keys we saw last week, like height, the wig, and so on. Those things that felt like really unimportant, but it's joking. Like, yeah, the comedic moment last week made a lot of details this week, right? And all the characterizations, like, this guy, he's, like a skibby stealer guy, he ticks people's asses, so yeah, he grabs girls' butts and so on. We can use him to grab his butt. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, I see now, yeah. He steals people's pockets from their butts. I get the reference now, and it's like, we can use that and so on. So I think it's like, had a lot of that going for it, which I thought was really, really good. And in the end, the father of course loved him, and I love it. That was like whatever, he's kind of happy ending. But I love that he was like spying on his father, and then he was like, hey dad, like that, and that's like burn everything down, just crush it all, he can't do this thing to me, you gotta hate him. Yeah, like that was great. That was really funny though. So I think it was a really good episode. Definitely was. Maybe especially wasn't too long, but I think generally it was really funny to have it through. One thing I will say though, I said it during live reaction, and I think it's kind of silly though. That is, of course, why is he allowed to talk to him? Right? He's just like a cop. He works for the police on the side as an illegal hacker, and he's like, here's the guy that you wanted me to get. First, let me explain my plan to him. It's like going there, it's like 10 minutes planning. It's like, I need this. You got me good, kid. It's like, why? Why is this happening, right? I think it would be better if you just shocked him, and then he probably explained to the other guys later something. Yeah, it would make a little more sense if he explained to like Bamba, maybe Cytocode, which always get framed, right? He explained to him something later, instead of being like explained to the bad guy for like 10 minutes what he did. He's like, haha, I showed you, didn't I? And I was like, haha. But it's shit, right? Of course, the good guy has to explain to the bad guy how he tricked him, because it makes it more cool. So, I don't know, it was kind of silly there, and all the cops are saying like, yeah, you got you good. I was like, okay, why are they allowing this to happen? Like, I don't know. Anyway, hope I like this review, and I'll see you guys next week.